And our top focus story is what's happening along the LoC, where in a reply to Pakistan's barbarism, the Indian army has hit back along the LoC. Attacking two posts along the line of control, the Indian army has reportedly killed nearly 6 to 8 Pak soldiers. This is in response to 2 Indian soldiers not just being killed, but their bodies also being mutilated. 2 Pakistani bunkers have been destroyed. 7 Pak soldiers have been killed in a strong retaliation from India. Initial reports said that 2 Pakistani bunkers were destroyed opposite to Kirpan and Pimple posts along the line of control near Mendhar in Jammu. About 5 to 8 Pakistani army soldiers of 647 Mujahideen battalion were in one post. Both posts have been destroyed. 7 Pakistani soldiers killed in the Indian action. This comes hours after Pakistan's border action team, which comprises the special forces, killed 2 Indian soldiers under the cover of shelling by Pakistani troops in Krishna Ghati sector in Poonch district of Jammu and Kashmir. Not just did they kill these 2 Indian soldiers, they then went ahead and beheaded them, mutilating their bodies, which is completely unacceptable in any part of the world. Army Chief General Bipin Rawat is in Srinagar in the wake of the beheading of the Indian Jawans. The wreath laying of the Jawans is expected to take place this morning at 8:30. Go across to our executive editor Gaurav Sawant, who's joining us live on this broadcast with more details. Gaurav, good morning. First of all, very grim news that came in yesterday from the LoC. Give us details on the latest updates. Indian army has finally hit back at Pakistan, sending across a very strong message across the border.
The Indian army initiated a fire assault to avenge the mutilation of 2 of the Indian soldiers by Pakistan Army Border Action Team at the line of control in the Krishna Ghati sector. Now, in the Nangi Tekri area of the Krishna Ghati sector south of Pir Panjal, the army initiated a fire assault, and sources tell India Today that parts of the post that gave cover fire to the Pakistani Border Action Team was destroyed. The post came under intense firing by the Indian army. More firing will be initiated, but not restricted just to these posts. This was the initial response to tell Pakistan that there are costs that Pakistan will have to pay should it initiate something like this. Chief of the Army Staff, General Bipin Rawat, is in the Kashmir Valley. He took stock of the situation. India's response will follow. It's not restricted just to this immediate tactical response. There will be a bigger response which is being planned, which will be executed. The army says we will decide the time and the manner in which the response will be given to Pakistan, but it will be disproportionate and will inflict costs on Pakistan, hoping that this will deter Pakistan from undertaking such a misadventure in future.
Infiltrate, ambush, kill, mutilate. The Pakistan army have shown its true color yet again, just a day after their chief visited the LoC. 2 Indian soldiers were killed and mutilated on Monday by Pakistan's Border Action Team. Their deceit was executed, aided by covering fire from a Pakistani post. Naib Subedar Paramjeet Singh of the Army and Head Constable Premchand of the BSF were part of a patrolling party that was fired upon with a rocket launcher. The BAT team then crossed 200 meters into Indian territory and mutilated the Indian soldiers. The country and a bereaved family is demanding answers.
The government of India strongly condemns, and the whole country has full confidence and faith in our armed forces, which will react appropriately to this inhuman act.
The constantly evolving threat from terrorism is our shared worry. The nations of the world, therefore, need to work as one to disrupt the terrorist networks and their financing and a put to a cross-border movement of terrorists.
So now what? How long before Pakistan is made to feel the pain for this cowardly, unsoldierly act?
सच यह है कि 125 करोड़ की आबादी वाला ये देश मौजूदा भाजपा सरकार से जवाब मांग रहा है। हम पाकिस्तान को 56 इंच का सीना कब दिखाएंगे? हम पाकिस्तान से आंख तरेर कर कब बात कर पाएंगे?
Ceasefire violations, mutilating soldiers, terror attacks on civilians. Pakistan clearly wants to ratchet up the tension to keep it a hot summer. How long before India says thus far and no further? With Gaurav Sawant in Delhi, Shujaul Haq and Manjeet Sehgal in Jammu and Kashmir. Bureau Report, India Today.
सुन के मैं खून खोलता है बहुत ज्यादा। चलो हमारा हेमराज को सिर कटो तो अभी तक नहीं न्यू कहीं के एक सिर में 10 सिर लाएंगे। अब रोज के सिर कट रहे हैं, कहाँ थे हमें जवान बताएं। इतने तो उन्हें सोचनी चाहिए अपने मन से।
All right, so varied responses coming in. This isn't the first time Pakistan has resorted to this kind of barbarism. We've got a strong response coming from the Indian Army, but there also clearly needs to be a strong response that's sent across to Islamabad that these kind of acts will not be taken lying down by the Indian side. We're going to continue getting you the latest updates. Remember, the wreath-laying ceremony of the martyrs will take place at 8:30 a.m. today. The Army Chief will be present for that, so we'll get you those updates.